My opinion. Or collectors who think everything's going to be collectible.
Right.
And it will be, as long as precious metals are in the news cycle and they're going up and everything's exciting, they will be. As soon as that goes the other direction, though, these people are going to be like, why is everybody selling goldbacks for under exchange rate? Because they want to dump them as fast as possible, fools. Like,
let it out, man. Let it out. It's healthy.
Anyway, I won't say all that, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'll say it. If we talk about stuff like that, I'll say it much more, you know.
Well, we've been live for the last 32 seconds, so I hit the live button because this is good stuff. This is good stuff.
What a jerk. You can't start off with me going off on goldbacks. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Kalila, what's up?
Happy Saturday. Just wanted to say happy Saturday, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great weekend so far. We had an awesome Monday morning chill this morning with everyone.
For some of us, Saturday, Kalila.
Saturday out, man. I'm tired, y'all. So let me just introduce the man, the myth, the legend. You all know him well, Silver Dragoon. Say hi to the people. Everybody knows you.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Good to see you.
So who do we have? Littlefoot was there first, and then we had Pajama Stacking. He says, got my coffee, staying warm, ready for some metals coin talk. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's talk some metals.
So let's just talk about goldbacks, man. I mean, why not?
Dude.
Let's just do it.
You want to start off with gold? Okay.
Let's start with the controversy. Why not?
What's the which one's the controversy? Which part?
The part that so personally, see, here's the thing. I have a few goldbacks. I thought they were cool looking. I didn't I get the concept. I get the whole exchange in certain states. Unfortunately, my state doesn't have any. I get the concept of having very, very highly fractionalized quote unquote gold. But I mean, it to me, the door is just so open for manipulation, for sky's the limit on how people could be taken advantage of. And at the end of the day, man, I mean, most of us in the stacking community are like, if you don't hold it, you don't own it, right? Hey, JK Pioneer, good to have you, buddy. So anyways, what do you think, man?
I think goldbacks are very cool looking commemorative gold items. But I'm not in the market for them. And I kind of vibe with their mission of like creating something to try to push like gold, sort of like golden currency exchanges and trade and barter with them. I just do not like the way that they go about doing it. And the fact that it's a closed network and a closed market means that the price discovery never actually happens, right?
Right.
Because they set the bottom prices that their distributors are allowed to sell at. And because they do that, like, there's no true valuation. They are creating their own fictitious valuation. And the number one thing that everybody says is like, oh, yeah, well, I like my goldbacks because they went up 250%. Like, of course they did. Gold went up 250%. You know what I mean? Like they are an exchange rate. So whatever gold's price is, they take the quantity of gold in it, which is like just kind of like some weird gold flake, gold. I don't even know what it is. It's not like, you're not going to go and like melt them down into, gold ore, right?
Exactly.
But they take their exchange rate, so their base price of the gold plus whatever cost they want to add to it, and that's how they come up with the exchange rate. It's just an arbitrary number that they can come up and change at any point that they feel like it, based on the demand and the interest in the goldbacks, right? So if there's a lot of demand, a lot of interest, they can, in theory, just increase the exchange rate. Who cares, right? Because all of their distributors and partners are locked into supporting that, right? Like they have to be, or if they're going to be kicked out of the distributorship, right? Like if they're caught like selling them for way under exchange rate, well, that kind of breaks the entire market, and that kind of screws all the other distributors and partners. So like there's like this, there's this like brotherhood of like, let's all push this kind of in the same direction, which is, again, I like the idea of using a fractional gold currency for barter. My biggest thing is like, I think that if you're going to buy gold, because Like, why pay somebody twice as much for the gold because they make a pretty certificate, right?
Yeah.
And they control the market. And they're like, oh, well, we've got all these businesses accepting them. Great, that's fantastic. I think that's cool. But you know what? Those same businesses, if you were to approach them and be like, hey, would you take gold for payment? They'd be like, yeah, why not? You know what I mean? Like, if they're going to take gold backs, they'll take gold.
Right.
And the thing is like, it's not like they can take those gold backs and go to the IRS and be like, hey, here's my payroll taxes for all of my employees, you know, the state taxes. Go to the electric company, like, hey, here's the payment for my energy bill and gold backs. That's not how it works. Like they convert them back to US dollars and then they pay their bills, right? So that's why I say, like, anybody that would take gold backs would take gold or silver if you just asked them. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So like I get what they're doing. I do also, by the way, I do think they look awesome. I don't know if the art is like legit, like an artist actually making the art, or if they're using like other tools, let's just say, to generate the art. I don't know. But I do like the art. I think it's cool. I like how each of the artworks have something to do with the state that they're being represented. Like, again, they're decorative, they're pretty, they're cool. But if I'm gonna buy gold, like, I'm not going to pay twice as much just because it has the word gold back on it. Like, I'm just going to go buy and gold is fractional these days. Go buy a dos peso. Go buy a dos peso for $150. Go buy a gram or like a half gram or, you know, whatever, a grain. I don't care. Like, if you really want to get that fractional, a 1/200th, a 1/1000th.
Yep.
Right. Like, and at least that's gold. Like, that's pure gold versus having something that is like you talk about refineries aren't even taking like 999 silver, and refineries aren't taking, you know, sterling, and they're not taking 90%. You think refineries are ever going to be like in a situation like this, be like, hey, let's just take some gold backs and refine them? Like, no, come on, man. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
The only people taking them are people. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, so we started off on the haterade, right? Again, I think people know that I'm not really a big fan of them. I just don't like them. Look, to me, the marketing scheme is like, if you look and just read the website, you apply to become a distributor. Well, guess what that means? That means that you get to purchase gold backs at a discounted rate so that you can literally make a margin by selling them to unsuspecting customers, right? Like, that's literally the point of it. And then if you sell enough of them, or you get enough other people to sign up with you, or to become distributors as well, you become like a super distributor and you get offered to be a partner. And guess what that means? That means you get even more better discounts so that you can then make money selling them to other distributors. And then those people can make money selling them to their customers. Look, it's a business model. Again, I'm not saying it's like a fraud or a scheme or anything. Nothing at all. I think they have like legit purpose for what they're trying to do. It's just, again, if you're going to spend your money on gold, just buy gold. Like, if you're buying them for like a decorative commemorative, cool, have fun. But like, if you're buying them because you feel like you can't afford gold, so you just want to like spend some money on something quote unquote that's called gold, I don't think you should be buying gold backs. I think you should just save up your money and buy like a 1/200th or a 10th or a gram, you know?
Let's see.
I'm not going that far, Jammies. I'm not going that far, Jammies.
It's the same feeling as you, Dragoons. I'd go even further, top-down pyramid scheme. I mean, I was thinking MLM, you know, stuff, and I've been part of three MLM marketing nonsense in my lifetime. Unfortunately, I was a young dumb kid, but I'm grateful for those, you know, for those life experiences, because it made me be who I am today and just question everything, educate myself, and, you know, all of that stuff. But yeah, unfortunately,
that model exists everywhere. I don't know if people realize it, but like, that model is like the same model that like real estate agencies and brokerages use. Like, it really is. It's the same model. It's the same model that you know, some massive $1 trillion insurance companies and such use. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's not the model isn't a fraud, as long as you're offering a decent product or service. And I think that they are. I'm just saying, you're in a world where you have options to like just go buy physical gold. Just go buy the physical gold. That's
for
all.
sure.
You know what I mean?
I think the chat gets the point.
Yeah, let's move on, baby. Don't get me fired up, man. It's 4:00 in the evening.
I mean, like I said,
flames on you. Okay?
Let's talk about the controversial stuff. And again, see, this is why I love being an American. You know, we can say whatever the heck we want, have opinions, so we can have disagreements, and you know what, we can still walk away being friends, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that I didn't agree with you. I totally agree. I've never, you know, I don't even have a credit card, right? I'm one of those people. Like, I'm just super basic. I like to keep things nice and simple. And again, and I won't talk shade about that whole subject, but the idea of, okay, send this and do this, and this person has this, and then you have to do a code, and there's a fee.
Hold on. Before we end this, you already know how I feel about goldbacks. Let's just leave it at this. If you're leasing money to the company, you're basically giving them your money so that you hold nothing, and they hold your money, and they quote unquote pay you interest in goldbacks in the future. Dude, run. Run in the other direction.
Imagine, so I think I shared this. I just got my Eleanor. Imagine me giving up Eleanor and being like, somebody please just hold this for me, blah, blah, blah. I am an able-bodied individual. I have my own pews and vaulting system. I mean, I can figure it out for myself. You know, I'm not such a whale that I have thousands and thousands of ounces. I mean, if I were, I'd have a whole nother, I'd have like a security team or something. I don't know, but yeah. So anywho, I just could not see someone else holding Eleanor. She's mine. She's mine. Yeah. She belongs in my stack, she belongs here with me.
It's awesome, man. Yeah. And then, yeah. So, all right. Well, precious metals are up. Big.
Precious metals are up. So let's talk about, I know we always start with silver. Let's start with gold. When do we hit 5,000? What do you think?
This week.
I
mean, maybe Monday, unless Monday's just a retraction date, just so people can take some profits off the table. But I'd say by Wednesday. That's my guess.
Yeah, by Wednesday. What is the chat think? When does the chat think we hit? Kalilo has thousands. Not really.
I got thousands of ounces of rice, baby.
Thousands of ounces of rice. Yes, sir. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to attempt something, and I'm probably going to butcher it. Let me see. Can everyone see this screen? Did that work? Did that work? No. Nice rings, man.
It's let
me put you on the big screen.
Because I'm the $50 king now, I got to have the Liberty walking $50 turned into a ring.
Nice. Nice. So everyone can see that screen, yeah?
Yes.
Sweet, it worked. All right. So I don't know what I did there. Let me see if I can remove this. I don't know. I was just playing around with this stuff. Nope, I didn't do it. Whatever. I'll just leave it as is. But yeah, I was just well.
I mean, I see it.
There it is. All right, cool. So I mean, I want to go back. What, 3 months? Look at that line. Holy. Look at that line. So, I mean, yeah, in my mind, we're already at 5,000 with premiums. If you're going to go buy gold, I mean, I don't know. That's $17 away from,
half a percent.
Yeah, that's
all it needs to go.
5,000. Okay, so let's say, just argument's sake, this week we hit 5,000. Gold is 5,000. Silver's over 100. Right now it's at 103. Let's just say it goes to 105 or whatever, or maybe it fluctuates like it normally does. It goes back to 100. So we're 5,100. What's the next step?
What's next? Sorry, say it again.
Yeah, the next step for gold, 7,500, 6,000, the next like big level.
Like, look, man, it's our first date. Can we just take it a little slower? I mean, let's get through 5,000. Just feel it out. See how it goes. Okay?
I'm a chess player. I'm thinking 10 moves ahead.
Have to go to home on the first date. All right, let's just take it easy, take it slow. We got plenty of time here. Why don't we start focusing on maybe 5,500.
55,
5,000. You know, well, that's a 10% gain. It's a big gain. I'll be honest with you. I would take 15% gains in any asset that I had for the rest of my life and wouldn't even bat an eye. And we're talking about being upset about, like, someone went up 7% like yesterday. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
What are we even talking about anymore? Like, Is the assets going up a good thing anymore? Serious question.
The assets, I mean, it seems like everything's going up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All of our assets are going up at like a rate that 20 years ago would have seemed like dream. You would have been the best investor in the freaking world if you were getting 7% a day 15, 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now this happens and we're all just like expecting it. Not, it almost doesn't even, it's almost not even newsworthy.
I don't know about all that.
But it's not the first, like, you could go back in the last 6 months. It's not the first time it's gone up 7% in one day. In one day.
Pajama says, I sold 52 more ounces today. Silver locally minus 12 back at 92 each. I don't know. It can keep going up forever, in my opinion. Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to tell it to stop. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be over there asking it to pump the brakes, but I'm like jammies. I don't mind flushing some out every now and then. It keeps the stack fresh, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, and there's always something with this, I guess, hobby investment, whatever you want to call it. You know, I initially started way back in the fundamentals, but honestly, right now is a great time for a lot of us who have been stacking with the intention of getting gold. So Jaime Gonzalez, good to see you, buddy. He says, I sold 25 ounces for gold yesterday. That's what's up, man. What did you pick up? Let us know in the chat what you picked up. Yeah, I mean, I think I said it before earlier today in the morning metals that you know, my whole intention was to build my gold stack, and you know, then the Vegas asked for the Poucho dump.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, man, I mean, you know, my whole intention was to play the GSR, of course, you know, buy low, sell high, that kind of thing. And, you know, of course, not in fiat, but you know what I mean? Sell high in terms of liquidate silver, buy gold. So my only problem now is that I have only deep stack silver. Like all the silver that I have absolute zero intention to sell, whatever. Not that I need to sell, but you know, it's going to continue to go up. So like, I think I mentioned it yesterday. You know, it went over 100. It was at 101 when I made that sale, because I just wanted to say, I wanted to commemorate the day and be like, yo, I sold some silver over 100. And then I immediately spent it because, you know, I needed some more of these 50 grammars. So
yeah. Well, I bought silver today.
What did you buy?
I bought 5. Wait, hold on. 5 or 10? 5. Yeah, 5 half ounce. Hold on. 1 second. I don't remember. Let me look at this order real quick. Yeah, I was right. Okay. 5 half ounce Walking Liberty, half ounce 999 silver at $50.
Nice.
So I paid for roughly $100, you know, per ounce on silver. And I don't even care, man. You know, because I mean, I'm getting the lower denominations and I'm looking for that. And if I can get it at spot or under spot for the fractional at half an ounce, like, seems like a win to me.
Yeah.
What else did I buy? I bought 3 of the 2 ounce Tudor Queen's Beast series coins. I bought my stupid piece of silver for that challenge coming up in like a few weeks. I don't know. I mean, no, man, I've got like just random stuff from everywhere. I bought something. I've also been buying gold. Gold is like my end game.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, same here. I mean, it's like, you know, ultimately it's, you know, for me, I don't want to speak for everyone else, but ultimately for me, it's the wealth preservation piece. You know, I just don't like fiat. I don't like just putting it in the market. I have my vehicles for the market and those are done. Could I put more in the market? Sure. Could I put more in my house? Sure. It's just boring. And, you know, it's not like I have like a whole bunch of time left on my mortgage anyway. And, you know, my investments are doing well. So I figure, you know what, I'm going to just, you know, do something that's fun that I can hold, I can play with. And then it's even been, you know, better doing this content stuff, right? Because I never really intended to get into the content piece of it, but it's just fun. Keeps me on my toes, learning something new, getting to hang out, meet people like Pajama, Reckless, Jaime, Penny Scout. Hey, Penny Scout, good to see you, buddy. You know, Pang, I mean, all these, you know, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? Just building the network.
Yeah. It's just something again, you're not going to go sit out on your, you know, town square with a table of gold and silver. Just say like, hey, let's come chat about gold and silver. Right. So, it's cool. It gives you an opportunity to do it with like, you know, a little bit of, you know, safety.
Yeah, man. So I think we talked about that statue. What's that statue again? That's a Washington, right? George
Oh yeah,
Washington.
that's old Washington. There is a Lincoln statue that I'm trying to get as well, but this is old George G. Dubs, and it's got like a number one,
Nice.
right, for the president series. So each of the presidents in
Nice.
their order.
Oh,
But
and you
yeah,
also have that Scottsdale Washington, right? The
yeah, I have
Commander series.
all of them. Yeah, I've got that guy on the wall.
Nice.
That thing's cool. Hey,
Wow.
look, hey guys.
Penny Scout is 9:30 to 2 p.m. 300. He's doing some reffing and didn't have to yell at anyone today. Nobody got hurt. Look at that, $300, 3 ounces.
Easy money repping. I love it. I like it.
Who else we got joining us? Oh, 7 stacks. Good to see you.
What's
Thanks
up?
for joining.
My man.
Let me see. Make sure that everybody gets a blue. Why? Because I can. Why not? We're just here to have fun anyway. That's probably why I'm like really big on revealing everything, because I'm like, I just don't care, man. I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about like 1,000 subs. I just don't care. Like I said, I make really good money doing what I do. I love my life. This is all just for fun. So, you know, just get to continue to build a community and wake people up. My hope has always been that I could help educate and wake other people up. Not to say that my way is the right way, but I'm just saying, like, you know, I've learned enough that, you know, I'm doing all right.
money's a tool to, you know, give yourself the lifestyle you want to live. That's all it is. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Penny Scout. So Penny Scout, tell us in the chat, how did it go making that poucho? Did it ever materialize? What happened? I just remember you making it on that live with 1000 there. Let's see what else. So I mean, it's just been crazy, right? We're on the brink of 5,000. We surpassed 100. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's next? Not that I'm in any rush. I'm thinking like a chess player. What's the next move, right? What's going to happen next?
Well, the next move that makes sense based on history would be that platinum would come up to match silver's run up, right? And then palladium would probably follow that, because that's kind of what's been happening. You know, gold had its move just not that long ago, went from what 4,400 to 5K, and then right in that same time period, silver pumped up to 100. Platinum did go up yesterday quite well as well, but not as much, you know, as it could have. And so I think platinum pops up at some point like another 5% or something, pretty quick and easy. And then palladium will be the runner. Like, it just seems like we constantly keep running the same playbook over and over and over again. So I don't see why it would not happen now, you know?
Peng asked me, Kalila, would you ever trade all your gold for single gold bar some same weight? Nah. I like the liquidity. I like diversification. I like just all the different little pieces. I just like all the different things that are out there. Obviously, there's so much that I don't have. There's so much that I have had and that I've sold and traded. So I just, yeah. What about you, Dragoon? Is there anything that you would do different with your stack, with your stuff?
I mean, different. I would go back 2 years ago and I would put $250,000 into silver. Other than that, no, I mean, the stack is the stack, right? Like if a piece is boring and I don't like it and I want to change it, I just sell it and get something else, right? They're just metals. Like I'm definitely not somebody who like quote unquote falls in love with their stack, right? I like some stuff. I like the way it looks. I like the way it, you know, feels and all that. But you know, if push came to shove and I had to say goodbye, I'd say goodbye without you know, thinking twice. And if I want to get something, like, I'll just go find a way to get it. I try not to really like. I've been selling silver, but what I've been selling is like 90% quarters. You know,
Yeah.
Which I bought just on a whim when it was something stupid. It was like $250 for.
Didn't you
$10.
sell some 40% also?
I've never owned 40%, but it was just quarters, and then I've got like some Morgans and some peace dollars and stuff that I don't care about. I'll probably sell those next, and all I'm doing is buying gold with it. I guess technically you could say I'm buying this other silver that I purchased recently, but really I don't even use the, you know, you've got accounts, right? You've got Zelle and Venmos and PayPal accounts. I just leave the money in there. So when I sell something, I just leave the money in there and I buy something else with it. And I just kind of cycle it in and out of that account.
Nice.
And then the silver that I'm buying, I'm normally buying from like my actual, you know, checking account or something, you know. So that I just don't even consider them the same thing. If that makes any sense at all.
Pajama says next move is Cuba.
Next move is Cuba for what? Like taking over another country?
No idea.
Oh.
It's like playing Monopoly. We're just picking up properties.
I mean, in fairness, that's what the whole world's been doing for a long time. So we might as well take our turn around the board, right?
Yo, Jamie says, Kalilo, that's bacon to be out of that case. Well, you know, it's funny because Dub C said that, and I didn't catch it when I first bought it either. But yeah, this one is it's proof like it has a proof life designation, and I guess that makes it very rare. It's like number 1,000. It's only 1,783 were graded that way, and I had one of them. So he's like, so yeah, don't do it. I'm like, well, I better not. Better listen to Dub C. He knows better than me.
Yeah, there's a piece I really want to buy right now. I had an offer for 2,700 for it it's a half-ounce piece, and I decided not to do it. I decided not to do it because I was like, you know what, like it's not my strategy. So like as tempting as it is, and like I was like, gold's at all-time highs. It's not part of my strategy. There will probably be a better time in the future to do this. So I just backed out of the deal. I was like, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, Stardust Metal says, I like to sell or trade my stack for some property. Well, you know, that's interesting because we were talking about that earlier too. And I'm just like, I could trade half of my stack, or not even half of it, maybe a third of it, and I can pay off my mortgage. And I'm just like, I just don't want to.
Yeah, you got a good loan too. Like, let's just be real. Like most people are in their homes with an interest rate under 4%, which is pretty solid. So it's not, probably not killing you to keep your mortgage right now.
Yeah, and like I said, and see, I'm the opposite from you. See, that's where it's cool to have different views on this stuff. For me, I absolutely do love my stack. Like, there's some stuff in here that I'm crazy in love with it, and I'm just like, I wouldn't give it up. For example, I think I've said this before, like these little 50 grammars. I love these things, man. It's just because for me, a lot of the stuff that I when I first started, I don't know. It's just, like I said, I think I've said it before. I grew up humble beginnings, right? I just grew up flat out poor. And so a lot of this stuff for me, it's kind of like vindication, right? It's vindication that I could do it, and I did it on my own. And I mean, obviously to the grace of God, but I was able to work hard, put in the work. And to me, this is like a reward. I never thought when I was a kid, having to wear the same shirts, going to school, like super poor, growing up without a father. I never expected that I would be sitting here with a pile of almost $100,000 on my desk, and an almost paid for house. You know what I mean? Like I just never imagined it.
Well, time is the most powerful thing, man. If you just there's a book out there called The Compound Effect. And
yeah,
honestly, if you haven't read it, just read it. Like,
that was one of my first reads.
Yeah, it's like simple theories and some, like if once you know it, you like it's not a big deal. Like you're like, that makes sense.
Once you figure it out, yep.
But it's a super simple theory. But the idea is just like if you just stick with something long enough and you give it time to mature and do its thing, like you're gonna be okay. Most people quit, right? It's like almost like New Year's resolutions don't quit on you, right? You quit on your resolutions. It's the same thing with like your investment strategies or whatever. Most people, like they'll have like a nest egg and then they steal from their own nest egg and never give it a chance to compound. And that's the problem. So if you just let your stuff just do its thing and ignore it, leave it alone, don't play with it, you'd be surprised what you can accomplish.
Like me, always messing with my silver and trading it for gold. I mean, granted, at least I have something to show for it, right?
Yeah, that's like saying I'm switching from one ETF to another ETF inside a retirement account. Like it doesn't. Yeah. That's not like taking money out of your retirement account and going and buying like a Corvette with it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're just transferring from the same asset class, but just a different type of asset inside that class. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, for sure. This bar, I think I've talked about it before. Yeah, man, this thing is sick. Like I could not believe that I found it. And this is the Canadian
bubble wrap. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I put it in there so that it wouldn't shake around and get scratched up. Because it's not a direct fit capsule. Yeah, these were only made for like some company, and they were commissioned for some special company out of Canada. I had to like research, and that's the research that I found. And there was like just a very, very small amount of these. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of information about them out there.
Cool.
And it ended up right chill in my stack.
That horse looks a little sus. Looks like it's about like from Shrek, and it's about to say some stuff, you know, like donkey.
Yeah, donkey.
He's about to
He's all like,
got something on his
Worcestershire spicy.
I'm sorry, you didn't want this to go serious, did you? Right? You didn't want this to be like, okay, all right.
Nah, let's just have fun.
Can we have fun? Is that okay?
Johnson Matthew. Yep, it is Johnson Matthew. Here, let me break her on out of. Break her on out of her.
No, tag yourself. Like make yourself bigger, man. Like you got a dual screen. Make it a solo screen of you.
Boom.
There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Nobody wants to see my silver when you got gold on the table, brother.
Whew. Let's see. This is all because of Vegas earlier. He's like, just dump it out. I'm like, all right, I guess. There we go.
That's cool. Yeah.
Boom. Look at that. Shiny. Very shiny. 1979. It's got that Versace kind of, you know. I mean, that little design. And sure enough, it's JM, Johnson Matthew, 1/2 ounce. And of course, I didn't have money for this, so I sold a bunch of silver and then took that cashola and bought this little guy.
Well, you did have money for it.
I mean, I had it in the form of silver.
Right? I mean, isn't that the point, though? Like somebody else was saying that they wanted to trade some of their stack for property, right? And like,
yep.
Like what? I asked this question to most people that I talk with. I'm like, if you got $5 million today, what would you buy with it?
Gold.
Right? You would buy gold. You would spend $5 million on gold.
Yeah. I'd get at least 2 1 kilo gold bars for sure. At least. And then the rest of it, I'd put it in the market, diversify it, put it in some dividend paying stocks that will pay me. I mean, I would do my own portfolio. Okay. I wouldn't even give it to a fund manager. I do it myself.
You don't need
just make sure that
if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, just make it myself. And I would be 1,000% sure that I could pay myself at least 5 to 10K a month in dividends, and then just live off of that.
Yeah, that's simple. Yeah.
That's what I would do. That's literally what I would do.
Yeah, somebody's asking about your dragon proof set or whatever that is down there in the bottom left.
Oh yeah, let me grab it on up. Show and tell. Yeah, it's funny because the first dragon that I got, the Perth Mint. So this is the Perth Mint 2024, right? 2024.
Sweet.
Yep. Yeah, Perth Mint. Yeah, 2024. The first one I got was this dragon here. Got that, and it's so funny. I remember how much it was. It was $3,300. And then I got the half. I liquidated about 15 ounces of silver and bought the quarter, and then I finally found the 1/10. But I just wanted to have all 4 because it would look cool to have the little collection. I know there's like a 1/20th, and I know there's a 2 ounce of this, but yeah, this is it.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah,
So what would you do with the 5 mil?
One, I would get myself an absolutely stunning property and home so that I could retire. I would absolutely stick probably 2.5 million into what you were kind of talking about. Basically an interest-bearing account that would cover my expenses for the rest of my life and keep growing. You know, that you never have to touch the principal. You're just living off the dividends and interest for sure. Yep. And then other than that, I mean, at that point, I would have more than enough to do anything I wanted to do with, so I could buy anything else I wanted. But yeah, the number one thing I would do is buy myself a massive piece of property with a home on it.
Mm-hmm. Love it. What would the chat do? Come on, chat. Give us some fun stuff. Nobody would be like, do some kind of ridiculous thing and be like, I'm going to go to the Super Bowl or I don't know, something.
I need $5 million for that. About 5,000, but no. You know, one of my biggest regrets, like, it's not really a regret, I guess, because like at the time that I did this, I was like not in the position that I'm in now. So it made sense at the time to do what I did. But I sold a American Gold Eagle proof set, the three coin set, not the 4 coin set. So I think it was the 1 ouncer, the 1/2 ounce, and I think it was like a 1/4 ounce. I can't remember what the other third one was. It was obviously smaller than the other ones. And I went to a pawn shop. This is how ignorant I was. I went to a pawn shop, and if in fairness, this was many years ago. And I sold it to the pawn shop, the whole set for like $1,700.
Damn.
Yeah, I kind of regret that today. But at the time, I used that money to like basically help myself like propel out of debt, and start paying things off. So it worked out at the time, and now I like $1,700 is like nothing anymore. So it's just like it worked out, but it is like one of those things. Like honestly, I just wish I still had that set because it was given to
Mm-hmm.
me as like a graduation gift and stuff, and I wish I had kept onto it, but it worked out.
Yeah, everybody liked Littlefoot's response so far.
What do you say? Hold on, let me see. Oh, okay.
Trip
I
to
mean,
Pattaya by my own go-go bar.
yeah, that's a valid use of it.
You said crazy answers. Okay, I mean, I did say crazy answers, so yeah, we got what we wanted. That's what's up.
Yep.
Sold some silver at 98. Now I regret it. Yeah, man. I mean, these are interesting times. So I saw a question up there. Where was it? I like this question. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think, Dragoon?
What's gonna happen on the open Sunday night? Skyrocket or crash? Man, it's just so hard to say because we already skyrocketed.
I mean, we're on the rocket, aren't we? We're literally on the rocket as we speak.
I mean, last 3 days in a row, the Asian market had started up and then it dipped down after like a few hours and then it rallied back up in the Western market. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna do the exact same thing. It's probably gonna start up 1.5%. Then it's probably gonna go down to like -2, and then it's probably gonna rally back when the Western market's open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. This Sunday, where are we at? I haven't been watching the geopolitics yet. So what I usually do is I pay attention to what's happening in the world, and that kind of tells me what's going to happen here. I haven't been paying attention a whole lot because I've been watching a bunch of podcasts because I've just been, just wanted to chill these last couple of days. But let me get back to you. But obviously, it could go up, it could go down.
Oh, well, actually, you could also stay sideways and flat.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't forget about that. A lot of investors get burned by the fact that things can also not move.
Yeah, exactly. Penny Scout says it usually dips on Mondays, but comes back halfway by close. Yeah, see, usually Monday it's like that shock day, and then Wednesday kind of starts to level out, and then maybe Thursday, Friday there's like the hardcore, taking profits. They try to manipulate it, and then it closes for whatever. Like this time it closed at 103. That was awesome. I mean, that was pretty neat to see.
I think there's a silver circuit breaker at 10%. Gold, I think gold's circuit breaker is at like 5%. Meaning, like the circuit breaker is when like the exchanges will halt trading for a certain period of time, and like if they turn back on trading and it continues to like go up faster, then they will hold it for a longer period of time. And that those circuit breakers are set and they're like visible to the public. It's not like it's not like a scheme or something. It's out there. It's intended to like basically try to quell high frequency trading and things like that. But it's out there. So.
Let's see what we got here. Pajama stacking coming with it. He says, I'll go out on a limb. I think the crash starts this week back down to 82, maybe 70s by the end of February. Gut feeling. Really? Now, is there anything you've seen or heard as to why that gut feeling? Like for me, it's the writing on the wall. Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm a pro, but I just see patterns. And when you just start listening to what's going on in the world, the markets, what certain people are buying, if you pay attention enough, read through the cracks, you can kind of see where things are headed. So I just wonder if Pajama Stacking has some insights.
Yeah, we'll see what he says. But I don't see anything yet that indicates that to me. I mean, the stock market is still popping off. Crypto is still doing fine. Real estate's still doing okay. I mean, I feel like we're just now starting to get media coverage of the metals, which is just going to bring more attention and discussion about it, which might make even more banks and stuff feel like they need to get on board. Like, I just haven't seen it yet. I do think eventually it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, I think so. We all know that a lot of the market moves are emotional, right? And so right now the emotion is that $5,000 mark. So I think silver takes a tiny pause, and then maybe we see the 5,000. But I don't know, honestly. This is just crazy, unprecedented times.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean that's why it's hard to predict. um,
Yeah.
there's not much to
So
go on. Yeah,
yeah,
this market's weird too, right? Like let's say I don't know what is something you're into besides gold and silver that's like a tangible market that you buy and
tangible market that I buy. I mean, of course, there's like, investments. I mean, I got my
not that
property.
stuff tangible.
No,
um,
tangible. Yeah.
all
Let's
right,
go. Let's say real estate. Let's say real estate.
well, that doesn't help me, but it's not very liquid. Sorry, I should have been more clear. So let's take like we all know Thousandaires into comic books, right?
Mm,
All right.
yeah.
So like here's an example, right? Let's say that there's 500,000 of one specific comic book that everybody wants. Okay.
Yeah.
If there's mass hysteria and hype and the media is talking about it and everybody's out there trying to buy this specific comic book that there's only 500,000 of, right? What does that mean for the price when the demand goes up that much with a
Yeah.
limited supply, right? The price would go up.
Right.
Gold and silver is freaking weird because everybody in this chat right now, what 15 people?
Mhm.
We could all go out and buy 10,000 ounces of gold or silver. Well, probably not gold, but 10,000 ounces of silver today at our local coin shops. And we would have literally zero impact on the price. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Like that's why this market is a little weird. It's hard to predict because the things that move the market aren't on the consumer retail level. They're at the like banking institutional fund level, and so that's what's moving the actual prices up and down. So and we're
Mhm.
just kind of like caught in the crosshairs of that momentum. So it's kind of a weird market. It's like demand doesn't matter that much, aside from the people that need, you know, millions and millions and millions of dollars of this stuff.
Yeah. I see in this, I'm kind of with Penny Scout here. It says it could pull back, but I don't see anything make it do that right now. And I have been saying for years that it has been held back exactly. So I don't really have a 6 month or 1 year prediction. Yeah. See, I like to pay attention to the inflated all time highs, not so much the 1980. I kind of removed that one out of the equation. That's a little bit of an anomaly. But, if you look at the dot-com bubble, you look at '08, you look at 2020, and you look at how things are heavily manipulated. If I was fast and smart, I'd pull up the screen so we could look at that. But all that to say, I just genuinely think that silver is now just starting to quote unquote normalize. And so I wouldn't be surprised if 2 and 300s was normal at some point again later in the future. Because look at, we're at 100, how quick we are,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
mean, all things at some point. But like somebody else was saying, I think on another channel, like there's only so much time left that we have that we want to even care or deal with this stuff. You know what I mean? Eventually,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna want to just sit back on our rocking chair on the front porch, smoke a cigar, watch the sunrise, and we don't want to have to be worrying about like, how much is this worth? How much is that worth? You just want to relax at some point in your life. So, sure, could it be that high in like 50 years? Sure, but I'll be dead. I don't really care. No.
Warren Buffett's working up well into his 90s. You're not going to be working into your 90s, man.
I will say this: if I'm as cognitively and physically functioning as Warren Buffett in my 90s, yes. If I'm like Joe Biden, put me down like a dog.
I know we never get political, man. I wish.
Not political.
I would. I wish.
He's a freaking vegetables. Like it's nothing about politics.
It's an objective truth,
That's
right?
not left or right. The guy's just mentally deficient. He's gone now. So I just don't want to be that. Like I don't need to have a nurse 24/7 wiping my behind. Like I just and not knowing like who my wife is and who my kids are. Like if I'm to that point, put me down. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Silver Serpent says, I'm not sure if I want to trade for gold or hold my silver. I mean, nothing wrong with, and not financial advice, but nothing wrong with maybe moving a little bit of it if you have, a certain amount. That's my philosophy. Just, nothing wrong with the whole taking a little bit of profits, moving some pieces into gold. I mean, and some of the gold is really nice, man. I mean, especially if you're,
that's cool.
Some really nice pieces, like this one right here. I traded a St. Gaudens. It wasn't anything special. It was a St. Gaudens that had been cleaned from Atmex. I got it super cheap, like $1,900. And a buddy who was moving overseas for his actual retirement on PMs for sale was like, hey, I want to, get some collector pieces, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so anyways, we ended up just doing a straight swap. I put a little bit of cash on top of it, but yeah, and I got this guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm doing the Queen's Beast series right now. I'm trying to build a display for it with the 2-ounce silver pieces. And then my buddy went out and got a 1-ounce platinum Queen's Beast series piece. I was like, you know what? That would be cool too. But I also want to do a 10-ouncer. How sick would it be to have a display on the wall of like all the Queen's Beast in a circle around like the Queen's Beast completer coin in 10 ounces?
Oh yeah. Here, let me grab mine. Since we're talking completer coins, why not? Let's have fun. We're having fun, right? We're having fun. Okay.
I have a buddy who does like a lot of wood crafting, and I was like, if you could build me a circular piece of like, cherry wood or something.
Yeah.
But with the Queen's Beast completer coin, like, yeah, with all the beasts around it. Imagine that massive on the wall, and at every single beast, you have like the actual coin to go into that slot. That's what I want to build. So, but I got to get all the coins first.
Got the little. This is how I pack all my stuff, y'all. That's how careful and how how much I take care of all my stuff. I like the square one. It's like cool. Still sealed. Yeah, I love these. These are cool. When I saw these back in the sub,
I wish the USA would do something like this, man.
Man, the US is so behind.
Yeah, Pang and them are talking about while you're showing those off, people are talking about like the idea of people still purchasing silver and gold and stuff at the higher prices and 300. So people are saying like people still buy Bitcoin at 98,000. Yeah, so there's the fractionality of things is why people don't care about the actual price. So most people aren't going to care about. Most people don't care about the price over spot that they're paying. They care about can they afford to pay it or not. So like if they can get a 1/10 ounce piece of silver for 30 or for $50 when silver's 300, they'll be like, okay, well I can afford that, I'll buy it. It's just like gold backs. Like we were talking about gold backs. It's like the people that buy them, like they don't care that they're paying 2.5x the price of gold. They just can afford that $8 gold back. You know what I'm saying? So like that the focus is like the affordability. It's just like buying a new car. People don't care that they're going to pay $80,000 in interest on a $60,000 car. They care, can I afford the monthly payment? It's like a weird like psychology of buyer out there.
Yeah. Silver Serpent says, I moved 5% of my stock so far. First trade I ever did. Happy, but wondering what the market will do. It's going to crash just because of that trade. Just kidding.
Well, no, that's the way it works. Yeah, if you just bought gold, it'll crash tomorrow. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. Like, is it like what's a crash these days? Like, what would constitute a crash? Serious question for everybody. In your mind, what would constitute a crash in price in today's prices?
At today's prices, 20-25% minimum.
Okay, 25%. All right, I'll give everybody like 5 seconds to catch up because I know they're like 20-30 seconds delayed, but. So a 25% drop in today's prices puts us down to what, like $78 an ounce? Okay. You know when it was last $78 an ounce?
Shoot, October maybe?
No, January.
Dang, wasn't even that long ago.
We're in, man.
That's
I was talking
crazy.
about this like my last live stream. It's like we think that like this is like such a catastrophic possibility, but we would only be resetting ourselves like 3 to 4 weeks. That's nothing, man.
Ooh, Pang says 0. Pajama says 82 or lower. Silver Serpents down to 50 would be a crash, I think. Down 50%. Gonzalez. Oh, hey, what's up, Roadkill? What's going on, boys? Got out of work. 7 degrees, going home to cook a freaking lasagna because I'm starving. Yeah, man, get some energy in you, buddy. A crash today, 70s. Yeah, back below 30. Can you imagine back below 30? I think we'd all be backing up the truck.
Yeah, that would be rough though. I don't think people, honestly, I don't think people would back up the truck right away. I think a lot of people, their stomach would fall out and they would be stressed and they would sell. I think the mass majority of people would panic sell at 30. If it got there in like a few days, you get what I'm saying?
Pang's one back below 30. Someone said 0. Oh, Pang said 0.
Yeah, but 0's unrealistic. Like it's not. It's impossible for it to go to 0. Like, I mean, it's something that has a demand, right? So like it can't go to 0. But yeah, below 30 and stuff like that. Like that would definitely be a crash. I mean, I was just curious what other people would think. I'm kind of like the market of like, at this point, it would have to fall probably 35-40% for me to consider it an actual crash that would affect things. Because yeah, I mean, if it goes up 25% a month, like who cares if it falls a little bit?
I mean, paper pass. Can you imagine us saying, "Man, I wish I would go back to 53," and remember people were like, "It's never going to go above 50."
Yeah, no, I was mad at myself. My wife knows this. I had conversation with her in the freaking kitchen one day. I said, I think I just screwed up because I had bought like a 10-ounce bar at $27 an ounce, and I was like, this is the most I've ever paid for silver. Like, this could really suck. I could lose half my money. Like, I was
Hmm.
pretty pissed. I was like, I really thought that I had made a mistake buying it at 27. Yeah, and here we are.
Hmm. Penny Scout says that's why I don't cost average a huge crash. I don't want to know. Well, for me, yeah. See, my way to defend against that, right? Because again, I think like a chess player, right? You got a few pieces that you put ahead, and you defend your position, and then you start going on the attack. And so for me, my initial defensive position was accumulating silver as low as possible. I feel like I did that. I did pretty decent, and then moving a little bit at a time into gold as deals came up, as pieces came up that I liked, and so I feel like I've set myself up for if SHTF actually did occur. But I don't know.
I will say though, like if you wanna say you're a chess player about your investments and stuff, you want to use more than just pawns on the chessboard. You get what I'm saying?
For sure.
So precious metals might be one piece, right? You need to start like make sure you're diversifying into a
I
lot of
like
other things.
knights.
Yeah, but like the oil, like right, we all know oil is undervalued,
For sure.
right? So but we don't know when it's going to go up. But it's kind of like silver was 5 years ago, right? It's on this like slow trickle downward boring trend, but who maybe oil and oil's type, stocks, ETFs, derivatives, whatever might be another place to look, right? You've got obviously, I mean, the stock market's just so bloated with like AI and like only like 7 or 8 stocks make up the S&P 500's growth,
Hmm.
but yeah, there's like certain areas of real estate. Like if you had the means to
Ouch.
purchase rental properties, you could definitely do that and get a manager and like make some cash flow that way, or buying foreclosures. Like there's a lot, like there's so many millions of things out there that you can look at. So like sometimes what is going to be the next move isn't going to be the thing that you're already in, you know?
Jaime Gonzalez is like, does it hurt winning 75 ounces?
Nice. 175 ounces.
Oh, because on PMs for sale, there was the spot squares, the Halloween squares, and
Yeah.
I took second place, and I won 75 ounces.
Wow.
And
Great job.
so yeah, he's like, doesn't hurt to it. It's funny too because okay, so let me be okay. If you're gonna throw us some shade, give me a chance to defend myself, Jaime Gonzalez. Um, so I won the 75 ounces. I told the person that was in charge of it, because he actually had to hold all these ounces for all the people and then pack it up, and he had to Sigma verify everything, so he put it together. And so common courtesy is you tip them. I tipped them 4 ounces, so I only got back 71 technically.
Hmm.
Of those 71, I think about a third of it was in 90%. And so yeah, I mean, it wasn't all 3 9s fine, but there was some great pieces for sure. I got a few Scottsdale stackers, a tombstone, some really, really nice pieces. And so, and then of course, I've said this before, 15 ounces of that I turned into the phone that I'm using now to make content. So, you know, I didn't
Yeah.
end up with all 75 ounces. But yeah, a lot of those 75 ounces now exist in the form of gold here. So
Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah. I was going to, I mean, I think I do believe now that the GSR will probably get down to 35 or 30 at this point. So I'm kind of just at this waiting for that, and then I will sell more silver at that point. I'm kind of on hold with really selling right now. I sold the 6 ounces, or sorry, I sold $6 face of 90% quarters just recently
nice.
at 65 times face,
Heck
which
yeah,
is
man.
it's not bad. Like it's not bad at all.
That's
Um,
that's that's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm going to use that to buy some gold, but then from here on out, I'm probably just going to keep accruing silver because if I do believe that silver is going to go up another, 10, 15, 20% faster than gold goes up, if you believe the GSR is going to keep getting smaller, then you believe silver is going to grow at a faster rate than gold. It's pretty simple, right? So if I
Hmm.
believe that, then why would I not just keep buying silver right now?
So
And then trade for gold.
speaking of a gall, let me just
Nice.
do a shameless plug, y'all, real quick. So, Old Silver, my love, I'm sure he'll jump in the chat at some point. He used to go by Darb Q. He donated this 1982 BU Libertad, and so at 500, as soon as the channel reaches 500, I'm going to do a giveaway, and somebody's going to get this bad
Very
boy.
cool.
So.
That's a nice giveaway.
Somebody was talking about the galls,
Oh,
and
is that
since
what they're saying?
yeah, they're
It's
like,
funny because each little community says giveaways different ways. Like the gaming community, it's like Givvies, Givvy for
okay,
giveaway, Givvy, and
uh,
then like metals, it's Gall. Like
yeah.
literally, giveaway is one word, by the way. So I don't know why it has three letters. Anyway, but you get it.
Roadshows like, damn brother, you 175, show some love.
Yeah,
Well, if you know,
he is showing love on the camera. You can see it right there.
oh, he wants to see the Onsas. We are the Onsa brothers. Yeah, that's right. The Onsa brothers. Yeah, speaking of old Silver, my love. So man, he hooked me up. We did a trade and I got 2 tubes of Libertades, a BU tube of 82, and then another BU tube of about mixed with like 83, 82, 85, 84. So that was
Awesome.
really cool. Really cool to get that back into the ultra deep stack.
Mm-hmm. Very good stuff, man. Yeah, there's a
Where are
lot
we
of
at
cool
here?
stuff.
Dang, gotta catch up on the chat. Let's see. So Jaime says I did 25 ounces that I had purchased going forward now, so not so sure. Where we see Michelangelo Bergeron says Dragon.
Yo,
You know what? Let's get him a wrench. Everyone gets a wrench. Why?
wrench.
Because I can.
We're all
Uh,
mechanics now.
4 ounces of gold is insane. Heck yeah, man. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Added 3 5-ounce Scottsdale buttons to the stack today. Nice, man. Whew, that wasn't cheap. That was 3 times 5. So we're looking at what? Holy, a lot. 1,500. Let's see. Roll Kill says that's a lot of money though. Brother said 5 pounds. That's like 7K. Yeah, at the time it was only 3,500 because I remember calculating it. So good times. Good times.
Heck of a win.
I just you're at 500. I just looked. Well,
Pang just made 250 accounts and clicked
there's
sub on all of them.
I've seen channels like donate subs. I don't know what any of that means or how that works, but I was like, that'd be funny if somebody did that because we could totally do the giveaway today. Shoot.
Oh gosh, yeah, but then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, then it wouldn't matter. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Pang is all about the gauze. Let's see. Yeah, and I saw rural stackers opening of the swag and the giveaway. I think it was like a gold back from Pang.
Yeah,
that was pretty dope.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. I've only really given away like some quarters and dimes and stuff. But I don't know. I guess I could do a giveaway. I don't know.
Oh, so this is something I did want to talk about. You brought this up, and so did I. So the whole idea of selling everything that isn't nailed down. How many people in the chat? I know I've done it. Have people just sold stuff because they're like, oh, I want to just turn this into silver, precious metals, or?
I definitely have. I mean, I've got all this stuff of value that's just sitting on shelves or sitting in boxes or sitting in binders, and it's just like you look at it, and you're like, at the time, like you were talking about don't fall in love with these assets, and at the time, like maybe they had some kind of emotional attachment, or because I got them at an event, or I got them from somebody that I'm friends with. But you get to the point where you're like, you know what, like this could serve me better by transforming it into something that I'm actively engaged with today.
Yeah,
and
that's
especially
right.
something that's going up in faster in value, because a lot of the stuff I'm selling isn't necessarily going up in value. It's kind of like stagnant or falling. So just get rid of it and then cycle it into something else.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Peng says, thought about it, but the wife said no. That's awesome. That's hilarious. What were you trying to sell? What were you trying to give away? The wife?
Yeah. All of her stuff, her jewelry.
All of her stuff. Yeah, man. So there was a moment, I want to say, no, not in this. Was it this last? Yeah, it was this last summer. Yeah, it was. Because that's when I found out about the PM's trading post. So there's PMs for sale. There's our coin sales. It's kind of part of the sub. There's jewelry that's part of the sub, and then there's one called PM's trading posts. And I had no idea that it existed. And so one of the guys was like, "Yo," because somebody was like, "Hey, I wanna watch, and I just wondered if I could, I don't want to buy it. I just want to trade." Anyways, long story short, found out about PM's trading post, and I'm just like, oh yeah, watches. And I went into my room, and I had like all of these fossil watches because I was super into fossil watches. And then of course, because of work, we have like this program where you wear a Fitbit and you get points and blah blah blah. So I haven't worn those nice watches for years, and I had some really nice expensive watches, some Invicta ones. And anyways, I probably had about a good 1,500 worth of watches. And so anyways, put them on there, and sure enough, somebody took them all, and I got silver, and then later I traded that silver into gold. And so like an alchemist, all my stuff is now gold.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, right now, again, you kind of can't lose on the metals right now. Eventually, yes, there might be a retraction. And then, you could lose some money, lose some value, I guess, because if you're not selling, you're not technically losing the money, right? You're just losing the unrealized gains. But if you're holding long enough, it'll probably start to come back. But yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. That's why I'm focusing a little bit more on gold right now, is because like they were talking about, I think that if the metals have a retraction, silver's probably going to go down twice as fast as gold is. And therefore, if I've already got the gold position, well, then if I needed to, I could, in theory, like make a decision. Do I want to sell some right now, hold on to it, and then buy it back, after it gets done falling, etc. You could play that game, or you could just ride it out. But I think gold will fall less than silver. So I'm kind of like shifting into gold because of that reason. It's less volatile in my mind. Could be wrong, but that's the way I see it.
We have J El Centenario just joined, and he's new to the sub and the panel. Awesome. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome. Glad that you're here. Happy to have you. Let's see. Who was this? He's talking about, I saw a Pokemon card worth millions on Fox News. That's crazy. Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of influencers and stuff buy things up. It's just like any collectible, or, again, there's some really good channels out there. Like there's a guy named Reserved Investments. He talks about a lot of different types of collectibles, collectible coins and comic books and cards and all that stuff. Beanie Babies, Pez dispensers, amiibos, like but there's like a market for everything, right?
Yeah.
And if you know those markets and you're able to play in them, you can figure out like, there's some that were printed less, right? There's some that are just more sought after. There's some that are hard to get in high quality conditions, just like coins with the MS70s and the PF70s. Like they're not all going to be ranked 70, right? And it's the same thing. So if you find those items, you can grab them and then flip them for extra money on the market, especially when demand is high and supply is low. So it's just like every market has its time. And
yeah, what was I going to say? So do you want to chat a little bit about those collectibles? Because I'm super curious about them. Like when you told me about them, I'm like, what is that? Like I've never even heard of it.
If you guys want to,
I thought I've heard about everything, dude. But I mean, I'm old. Like I'm officially old when there's like stuff out there that's like in the kind of mainstream that I've never even heard of. Like,
yeah, I don't really deal in Pokemon, just to be clear. So while it is a trading card game, it's not one that I personally am involved with. But I mean, I'm raising my screen here because all the stuff that you're asking, but I have it around me. I just don't have it really close, so I can make space and rinse them out. But I mean, I can show you guys about $5,000 worth of cards in just one page.
Let's go, man! I love it.
Nobody's gonna know what they are, but here they're gonna be upside down. But
yeah, dude, because I just never heard of these things. I'm like, that's cool, bro. Because I mean, I grew up playing Magic. I did play Pokemon when I was younger, but this one I never even heard of. I don't even know what the heck it was.
Yeah, so I mean, if anybody cares, like everything on this page is probably $300 to $700.
Jeez.
So all 9 of them, and the reason is because there's just very few of them. Like, there's not many that exists. There's only like I don't even know, like 75 of this one. We did the numbers a long time ago. There's maybe like 400 of each of these that exist throughout the world, and so they're valuable because the people that care about this thing they know that it's rare and valuable, and so maybe they save up their money to get one or something like that, right? So I mean, and then like I've got like just a lot of them, and this is just one type of set, but I mean these are just kind of like the higher end stuff. I got stuff like signed by artists and things like that. I've got all sorts of different things. This is just one game. The One Piece card game is the same way. I actually have an actual. I have 2 businesses. One's a media company. That's an LLC that I own. And then I'm a partner with a friend of mine for another LLC that we're a partnership in, which is that one is more as an online retailer, and we
Mm-hmm.
actually buy and sell trading cards, primarily the sealed product. So you take like what's called a booster box, which they're packs that you open that can have random odds of getting cards,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we sell them sealed, and let's just like for instance, like we get them for 90 to $100 from the distributor, and on the day of release they're worth like $270. So we're basically able to 3x if we wanted to. Now you got to back out shipping and taxes and blah blah blah, but they're basically like 2 to 3x right away. And then some of these things right now we're holding them for 6 months and we're like getting 5x our money back from them.
Whoa.
So we're just, I mean, it's just a business, right? So you just like there's a demand everywhere, whether people know about it or care about it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that there's not like a ripe market that's available for you. And right now, all that money is just literally being cycled back into the business to expand our spend, basically, so that we have more
Nice.
cash to buy more product, cycle, to try to get more gains and et cetera, et cetera. So we just cycle
What's
it.
the
Our
name of
plan is
that? What's the name of that card game?
One Piece trading card game.
One Piece, like
Yeah.
the number one, or spelled out 01E.
You ever watch like the anime or the live action show One Piece, like
Nope. Nope.
ONEPIECE? Okay. Well, that's what it is. It's just popular right now. It's just kind of like Pokemon's popularity. It's the same type
Got
of
it.
thing. But yeah, like Silver Serpents is talking about the original Charizard and stuff. Like those are worth money, especially if they're in good quality condition.
Mm-hmm.
You could get them graded or not. It doesn't really matter. But if you got them graded, that basically grading does too. I can get some graded cards too if you give me a second. I had to like walk away.
Nice. Peng says, I'm currently watching One Piece. Silver
Okay.
Serpents my dad has 3 different original Charizards. Penny Scott had previously said, get the entire set graded and authenticated. The biggie, as you know, is the original Chard. Let's see what we got here. Silver Serpents at one time when I was 9, I had the rarest card entire set, of Japanese Fossil Edition Mew card. It was worth a lot back in '97. Yeah, I used to have the Mewtwo. Also, man, I used to have so many of those. Let's see. Michelangelo says my daughter has a Pokemon card somewhere worth a couple $100. Charizard's being one. Yep, that's what's up. Silver Serpents, I traded it to someone who ripped me off like an idiot. Roadkill says, yeah, I watched the live action on Netflix. I thought that it was pretty good.
Yeah. So I also play some of these games. Like I'm kind of a nerd. I play Magic the Gathering and all that
Nice.
stuff. I don't actually trade Magic the Gathering like as a business like I do with One Piece. But this is another one like this card right here is worth like $750. Like it just adds up, right? These are like 200 each, So I mean it adds up because there's a demand and they're just rare. Like they're rare, high quality, hard, higher grades, etc. And so grading does 2 things. One, it authenticates the card in theory. Like, yeah, they make mistakes just like graded coins can sometimes be counterfeits. Like they're not perfect, but they do the best that they can. Yep. So grading authenticates it so that when you're selling a higher, like if I'm selling a $750 card, like obviously the person wants to kind of know that it's legit and real. So that helps with that. The other one is like there's only like the quality is different on every single one, just like a coin. Mint strikes are different, right? Just like a printer can be different or the cut can be different. So there's like a game within the game is what we call it. The game within the game or the chase within the chase. Like you have to first get the good card, which it's hard to do. Then you have to get a good quality one of those, So it's just fun. It's and honestly, switching to coins, numismatic coins, has been like revitalized this kind of like fun for me. Looking for like high quality stuff and cool stuff and like rare stuff, like looking for the 1 of 5,000s or the 1 of 3,000s and like a high MS 70 grade. So that's what I've been doing. It's just like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. And then you can tell kind of the style of the card that I like. I like these full art cards. If you know anything about games, like they're not all like this. I just like to collect like the nicer ones. So yeah, there you go. So there you guys can learn a little bit about Old Dragoon and my collectible side, my nerd side.
Yeah,
but yeah,
man.
there's real money in this. Like I just sold $3,000 worth of trading cards in the last 2 days.
Damn.
And
you
guess
said
where that
that
money's
goes
going to go?
right. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You put that right back into the business, right? Or into precious metals?
No, well, yeah. So this was my personal collection. So
okay, got it.
I sold $3,000 worth of cards in my personal collection. More than that, actually, but I got to pay fees, so that's why I'm getting back.
Yeah.
And that's going into probably going to go into platinum. Honestly, my platinum stack is pretty small, and I want to have more ounces of it, so I might just go ahead and buy a full ounce of platinum and call it a day. But yeah, yeah, and the business stuff, yeah, the sealed. This is obviously unsealed because we've opened the packs, we've got the cards, we graded them, etc. The sealed are just sealed boxes, literally sealed boxes of packs of cards. Damn. And those we just cycle into the business over and over again to kind of grow the cash flow.
Nice, man. Yeah, I just, like I said earlier, I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, am I that old? And I'm like, yep, I guess I am. It's official.
Yep.
I don't know what any of that means.
Just games, man. But yeah, there's markets everywhere. I mean, shoes, sneakers. I've never gotten into like, nice shoes and sneakers and stuff, but that's a huge, massive market out there right now. Obviously, watches you talked about, different types of sunglasses. Like there's just everything has a market, and the people that like are really nerd out in it and they really learn about it and play in it, like they're the ones that can make money because they know what they're doing,
Silver Serpent says, I have 5 coins that are limited to 5,000 worldwide. 1% of the population is my stack. That's what's up.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, so what Serpents just said is what we do in the trading card world too. Like if we know there's only like 2,000 ever printed, well, we might go out there and secure, 20 or 50 of them. And then you grade them all, and then you end up with like the only ones of the highest grade, so you can kind of control that market a little bit. So.
Wow. That's pretty rad, shoot. Yeah. What did he say here? 2,330th anniversary Jurassic Park by New. Mr. Happy Stacker says, a month ago sold all my vintage Atari games to my LCS for silver. Dope. That's what's up. Don't say it, Bottom Gun Bob. I don't have any platinum. Haha.
Yeah, so Bottom Gun Bob is talking about Herkimer diamonds in New York. I don't even know what those are, but I am interested in getting into rubies and sapphires and emeralds. So I need somebody that knows that market to like steer me in the right direction of knowing like what cuts to get, what certifications to get, like which ones can resell and stuff like that. Like I don't want to get stuck with like a ruby that nobody will ever want again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly. And see, that's the thing that I've learned about that whole thing. Like, I mean, there's obviously some really, really expensive stuff, right? Like there's a dude on YouTube where people come into his store and he'll go and buy stuff and he'll just like negotiate. And I remember he held these like 2 like little green rubies. They're really beautiful. One of them was worth 5,000. The other one was worth like $800. And they looked exactly alike, but they were both rubies. It's just because of like the cut, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not messing with this. Yeah. I was just like, nah, because then again, you got to find the people that deal in that. And so it's like, what I like obviously about gold and silver, of course, is bringing it back to gold and silver is it's highly liquid, recognizable. Yeah, we know the rest. But so no, I've thought about it, but I'm just like, I don't know. I can't,
So there's not there, like, again, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing, right? You know,
for sure.
Don't go chasing something just because you hear somebody else can make some money off of it. That's the way to fail. That's the way to get your ass handed to you because you're not going to know. Like I spent years doing this and learning what like is popular, what is going to be in demand or not demand from a one specific game, right? There's just so much to learn out there. So like if your thing is gold and silver or like Dub C, right? His thing is numismatic coins.
Yeah. Yep.
Just stick with that. If you're passionate about it and you know it and like you can be in and out of the market, like your risk goes down when you know what the hell you're doing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just stick with it. So like, if you're into diamonds, stick with diamonds. If you're into gold, stick with gold. Like it doesn't matter. Just
find something you're passionate about.
Yeah. And just stick with that. You could be into old books, right? Like maybe you like to, or old records. You like to go and hunt estate sales and find cool old records in good condition and like repurpose them and sell them. Like, whatever, it doesn't matter. We all just play our little games, right? We all have something that we're nerding out about.
Yeah, I would love to hear what other people collect. For me, well, not that I collected them, but I like I said it before, I like playing chess, and so I used to collect chessboards. And they're not like they're anything special. Like I have a marble one, I have a Hawaiian one, I have a wood one, I have a little travel one. At one point, I was in the process of getting like a full silver set, but I'm like, nah, I didn't want to pay for all the premiums on the pours. But yeah, I mean, it's just cool being into different things. Keeps things interesting.
I reached out to Glass Panther and asked him. I was like, "Hey, just give me a quote on the full chess set in silver plus the board and everything." And he gave me the quote. So I mean, the quote was also back when it was like $80 an ounce. So I'm sure it's gone up significantly.
Oh, but, wow!
I do really want one, but I'm gonna wait until I get the home because I've talked to everybody about this. I'm trying to buy a property right now.
Yep.
And so I've already been pre-approved. I just got to find something that I want, right?
Yeah.
And so once I do that, then I think that would be a really awesome centerpiece. Like, because I'll have like a library, like study room.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have like, like this standard stuff, like a really nice globe, a really nice chess set, like that kind of like cigar bar lounge, gentleman's club kind of feel.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. So.
Yeah, talk about no regrets.
Yeah, I love
it. That chess set, man. That chess set. Back when they were first putting them out on the sub, I remember I could have got one for $1,200. Oh, I wish I would have done it. I should have done it. But Pang says, Dragoon, do you have a Zeus? Well, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Is that a firearm? I don't actually know what that is.
Oh, okay, thought he was talking about like that card game of yours, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
So, Roadkill says, so what you're telling us is you corner the card market, Dragoon. I have to take some lessons.
I am not big enough fish to corner it like some, but there's people out there that absolutely they do, and they work with other 3 or 4 other whales to literally control the market by doing things like, okay, if they see something being sold for too low, they'll message the seller and be like, hey, like, let's work a deal. I'll buy it from you for this price, blah, 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 to make sure that their inventory prices stay a certain level.
Yep.
Just like goldbacks. I'm just kidding.
Michelangelo says, I had a friend in high school who sold a lot of quote unquote Coca-Cola, not the soft drink, and kept his money in diamonds. Yo.
Dude, that kid he's in high school doing that? That guy's like a mafia boss right now.
Oh, that's awesome. In diamonds. Silver Dragoon. Oh, it says, hey Pang, you see the new Palmetto State Armor release. Nice. Like a library study. Awesome. Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, if I don't get it inside my house, I'm gonna get one of those those like prefabbed sheds that you can get from like Home Depot or Lowe's.
Oh yeah. Make yourself a little bat cave.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna put like a little wood burning stove. In there, and I'm gonna turn it into like a cigar whiskey lounge with like all my books and like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'll just build it out myself if I can't get it inside the home.
That's what's up, man. Heck yeah. It's always nice. Who was it? Tony Robbins said the secret to happiness is progress, and so it sounds like you're progressing just fine, man.
I mean, I've had a focused attention on stuff for a long time, so like I said, the compound effect, man. I haven't done anything special. I'm not smarter than anybody else. I don't have more money than anybody else. I don't earn a higher income than anybody else. I just willing to sacrifice for 25 years,
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's interesting how a lot of us, I feel like a lot of us here in this community are just kind of cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean? We just kind of have some of the same philosophies and work ethic, and just, it's just really interesting to find a lazy person in this community. Not to say that there aren't, you know what I mean? So.
The Geiger?
The Geiger. Yeah, it's a nice little 2.5 grammer that I found. It was a really good deal on the sub. It was like just slightly above spot at the time. And of course, anything Geiger always has like crazy premium. So this 2.5 gram is worth way, way more today than when I got it. Not that I bought it a long time ago, because,
what is super labor lazy?
Peng says they have some good SHOT Show sales.
Yeah, I've been watching them.
Also, super
Yeah,
lazy.
yeah,
um,
we
what is that shot show sales? What's that?
SHOT Show is a thing in Vegas every year. They do a SHOT Show. It's basically all the firearms dealers and accessory manufacturers and all that stuff get together and put on a big, massive show in Vegas. And it always lines up with, I think, the stripper convention as well. So it's probably a good time. I've never
Stripper
actually gone,
convention? What?
but yeah, I think they're probably called like adult dancer convention or something. But yeah, I have a good time and I don't know. I'm big into firearms. I don't really display them. I don't need to flex. Like, I'm not getting. I'm not talking about paying. I'm talking about some other channels where like they like Yankees and stuff where I guess they randomly show like pictures of firearms. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like we you're like an 80-year-old man. Like chill out.
Yeah,
One display. I was gonna put like I've got like many different ARs, and I was gonna just have them like lined up as like a box on the screen, and be like, "Here you go,
yeah.
come and take it." It's funny. It's funny watching what some of the bigger channels do.
Yeah, it's fine. It teach their own, right? Like I just what's it called? I get it. I get it. There's and this is just kind of in our bubble, right? Of stacking, but when you go to the bubble of a lot of the other stuff out there, man, they do some crazy extreme things for subs and all of that. And again, to each their own, whatever, if that works for them, that's the life they want to live. But man, I'm trying to just cruise into retirement, to be honest. I think I said it
Not
earlier.
interested.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
just want to keep my life simple, chill, have fun, hang out, meet some cool, like-minded people. Because to be honest, people annoy the heck out of me, like just NPC people that just
Yeah.
can't have higher IQs. Like I just have a hard time just being around stupid people. It just annoys the heck out of me. And so I don't know.
Yeah. Have
That's
you
why I
ever
really like
noticed
this
like
community.
if you have like a video? I don't. I think talk about YouTube's kind of boring, but if you ever seen like you have like a really like pop off video that gets like 10,000 views or something or more,
Mhm.
right? Like all the most random freaking people will get in your comments and just like talk crap and like just you know that they didn't even watch the video, like they don't know anything about your channel, like they just they like look at a thumbnail and the title, just talk crap. And
Yeah.
it's like it just goes to show you like you don't want to like I don't know. You want to try like stay small enough to like attract like-minded people to have good conversation, but you don't want to get so big that like you end up having to like filter out a bunch of crap just to maintain your sanity.
Yeah. So yeah, you got it, buddy. Silver Serpents. Yeah. So evidently, right? Because Dubs is like the big bro of the
Yeah, yeah,
numismatics, and he says because this one has the PL proof like grade that only about 1,700 or so have the proof like grade, and he said that obviously makes it extra rare. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. I was planning, I was trying to decide, okay, when am I going to break this open? But I mean, honestly, it's cool the way that it is, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I can see it and hold it and I can feel the weight of it. So yeah, I think I'm going to just keep it in there for a while, unless I happen to get a second one. This like a 70, then this one's coming out. So
no, I wouldn't take it out either because like there are premiums may not be there like today's market because prices have gone up so much so fast. But that like Dubs is absolutely correct. Like that's a hard grade for that piece. Keep it in the slab because at some point the numismatic like grade collector premium will be worth quite a bit. So like it'd be foolish to break it out. Now if it was a crappy grade, like a whatever, like an MS-64 or something, like sure,
right.
break it out because it's a dime a dozen. That's
Yep.
just like I was talking about with the cards. Like a 9.5 or a 10 in those grades is very hard to get. And there's very few of them. Some of them, there's literally under 10 copies of it. Why would I crack it out of that?
Hmm.
you know? So yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's
exactly.
an awesome piece. Keep it great. And also the gold label's pretty sweet on that too.
Dang, Silver Serpent said,
Yeah, I saw
ugh, I
that.
have a sad story that I'm reluctant to share. I was robbed when things hit the fan between me and my girl. They took some pews and not my medals. Still over 12K in pews plus optics. Man, that sucks, bro. I mean, if we're sharing stories, not in terms of medals. I've since, and actually that's back when I lived in an apartment. But yeah, I was robbed one time too. They took my laptop, PlayStation games. I had a shotgun, and it was a 40 my 45 Ruger. It was like the first gun I ever had. I mean, it's quite a bit of a story. I can
That
make it
sucks.
short, but I reported it, luckily, because here in Oregon, you don't have to quote unquote register guns like in some states. They do it when you buy it, right? And so it goes into a computer system, whatever. So long story short, I reported it. The person that stole it committed a crime with it. Now it wasn't like a violent crime, but they used it as collateral and they stole a car. And so the police had it, the sheriffs had it for almost 2 years, and I did end up getting it back, and I have it back in my safe
Wow,
today. It's crazy. Everything else I never got back, but I got the 45 back.
that's crazy. That sucks,
Yeah,
man.
super
Yeah,
crazy. But of course, that was back when I was in her apartment. That was over 10 years ago. I was younger. I was dumb. Now I'm super private. I'm super
yeah,
paranoid. Yeah, I do. There's a lot of things that I do to keep myself and my wife and my home safe. So,
yeah. I've got as many security features on my home and my stuff as I can have in the environment that I'm in. But you
mhm.
bet your ass, like once I get the land and the property, it's gonna be. You talk about progress. That's gonna be my daily progress. Is just fortifying the compound. You
Fortifying the comp. Yeah. So I want to just say this for fun. I know we're at an hour 25, so I'll try not to be too long. But like those people that like you watch Narcos, right? Or these kingpins, and they always get caught. Like they always get caught because they're always cocky and whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, how hard is it to find a remote island and with all of that money, build like an underground compound that is
Yes.
completely off grid, that was completely self-sustaining? That's why wouldn't they do that? Like even if they invested, let's say 500 million, right? Because they made billions, right? I'm like, wouldn't you invest at least 500 million into something like that is only accessible, like let's say water or air, and nobody could get to it? Like they will never find you. I don't know.
Well, I
Anyways.
mean, maybe they do that, and that's why they haven't been found or caught.
Well, I'm thinking about all the ones that have been caught, right? Like
You can
Chapo and
buy.
all them
Yeah.
ones.
I had a buddy of mine who reached out. He was a client for a while, and he was trying to buy a private island.
Word?
Yeah, for real. Yeah,
That's what's
they're out
up.
there. They're out there, and they're available for sale if you look.
Yeah.
But like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna buy the island for like 15 million, and then you have to freaking build on it. And
Yeah.
like, by the way, private island doesn't have fresh water. So
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
there's a lot of problems with it.
It's crazy. We have Mike. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Salute. So how you feeling time wise, man?
I mean, I can go for like another, I don't know, probably 20. I know my,
All
my
right.
family's upstairs making dinner right now, so
Nice.
if they want us to keep going, I can.
I mean, give the people what they want. Shoot. I mean, we were talking about the high reliefs. Let me see. Then you be a supervillain, Mr. Happy Stacker. Yeah. See, I say in a former life, I was, I was, because I see through the holes through all these things, and I'm just like, why wouldn't they do this? Why wouldn't they do that? And then a lot of them, it's because they have ego and blah blah blah. I'm just like, yo, I think I would be a really good villain, but I just couldn't live with myself. So I don't know if anyone subscribes to the what's it called, the not multi dimensions, but like the multiverse theory. Maybe in one of those I am a villain. I don't know. Let's see, Mike, I like that Dallas Cowboys. I'm a hardcore Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get a bunch of hate.
You don't hate on a bad team. You know what I mean? You just let them enjoy themselves.
See, I already started. Yeah, man. Even at my work, man, I can't.
Up the slow kid. You don't do that,
Bro, you at work, man. I can't even like walk 2 steps. See, because where I live, we have what's called the Civil War. We have U of O, University of Oregon, and then we have Oregon State. We have Beavers and Ducks. Man, it's a serious rivalry here at the state. It's crazy.
The reason the Cowboys can never score a touchdown is because every time they get to the end zone, they lean down trying to sniff the line.
Wow.
You never heard that?
Wow.
That
Shots
was back
fired.
in the day when they were all getting arrested for drugs and stuff.
Shots fired. What do you say? This is 505 cat. Karma will catch up to them. Oh, silver serpents. I have my own story. Nothing is worth, and feeling violated. Reassuring the family is
Yeah, it
also
sucks, man.
a task, man. Yeah, it does, man. It does. That's what I'm saying. So we definitely preach and teach. Take care of your preps. Have your food. Have your pews. Have the freedom seats. Do what you got to do. Yeah, and luckily I'm very, very blessed. I work from home, so I'm here all the time, and I conceal carry, so I'm protected. I thank goodness I've never had to use it. I've only ever had to pull it out a couple times, and then I'm obviously know how to fight, and so it just sucks though. Personally, I would never want to hurt someone. If I had
Yeah,
to, I
same.
would. I just wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I just want to avoid it all as much as possible because there's no good there's a lot
no
of
good outcome.
situations. There's a lot of situations you'll be in where the other person literally has nothing to lose. So no matter what let's say you get in a fight and you win the fight, you're still going to be the one that facing charges and all that crap.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Through all that stuff, or possibly getting hurt yourself. Or let's say you shoot somebody. Okay, that's going to be even more of a strain on you and your family. Again, like most of these people doing this stuff, they literally have nothing to lose.
Exactly. Yep.
And whereas you probably are in a situation where you have a lot to lose, and there's just it's just no good outcome for you. It sucks, man.
1000%.
A lot of the states and cities in this country right now don't even care about justification or rights and things like that. So it's just not worth it. You just honestly just trying to avoid society and avoid conflict as much as possible. It sounds pacifist and like a big giant bitch, right? But like, it's just not worth it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your money. It's not worth your hassle. It's not worth the stress on you and your family. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, 1000%, bro. Like I'm with you. No, I don't think that's pacifist or whatever at all. I think that's just realistic, right? Because it's the reality of dealing with some hard stuff, having hard conversations. You got to get an attorney, blah blah blah. And I think I've said this before. This is why, again, I feel very, very blessed. I work with a lot of local government agencies, and so I'm pretty good. Everywhere I go, they know who I am, and they know that I'm just super, super low key. Like I'm not out there. Yeah. I'm just very I'm at home. I'm here at home. I'm with my wife. I'm a couch potato. Like I like my life super chill, super private.
I dress like such a bum. I dress like such a bum that I was walking around once with my daughter at the mall, and the security guard and manager walked up to me and asked if they could help me with anything. They probably thought I was stealing some kid or something. I wear sweatpants and long sleeve cheap ass shirts. I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't wear jewelry. I don't wear any nice clothes or nice sunglasses, anything. I literally just walk around like a bum. I just don't want to deal with anybody at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me too. And see, this is why going back to the whole LCS thing, I'm just like, man, for me, it's such a hassle. I got to get up. I got to go get ready. I got to go to my car. And then I got to interact with people. I got to talk to them. I got to act like I care what they had, how their day went, which I honestly don't care. I just want to go see what I can find. And then I'm at the mercy of their attitude that day. I'm just like, this is why I love PMs for sale. I don't have to do any of that.
Yeah, I might start. Hey, actually, let's real quick on PMs for sale.
Yeah.
Can you explain, let's say I was gonna buy some valuable gold, platinum, whatever.
Yeah.
And I wanted to use you as a middleman. Can you explain literally in detail the process? What does it go?
Yes,
what does it cost?
1000%.
How does it work? All that.
Yeah, so just so you know, I'm not a middleman, but one of the authorized or designated middlemen does live actually about 30-40 minutes away from me. And so anyways, the way that it works is you're a buyer, right? There's a seller, and you come to an agreement in the chat, and you're like, okay, you're going to pay blah, blah, blah. We're going to lock it in. Boom. Then you decide, okay, but that's a lot of money. So let's involve a mod. There's a bunch of or not mods, but middlemen. You agree to a middleman, and so what you do is or the seller will send the piece. So let me just get a piece real quick here. Just this one. Let's just say it's this. Me as the seller would send this to the middleman. The middleman is vetted. I have no problems. I do the shipping. I send this to the middleman. The middleman keeps it or holds on to it. They run it on their Sigma, yada, yada. They confirm the payment is done. The middleman sends it then to you, packages it, repackages it, sends it to you, and then you have it, and then that's it. That's kind of the end of the transaction. Then at the end of it,
seller sends the item to the middleman. When the middleman receives it and verifies it, buyer sends the money to the seller.
Yep.
Seller confirms they have the money.
Yep.
And then middleman ships it to the final destination.
Yep, that's it. And then at the end of it, the hope is always that you tip the middleman. Now, some middlemen have fees, and some of them say this or $20, whatever, but they say minimum together somebody to at least $20. Come on, I mean, for their time, for having to repackage and blah blah blah. The buyer agrees to pay for most of the mailing, unless you come to an agreement on, hey, who's going to pay for the mailing and blah blah blah. It's usually the buyer, or sometimes the buyer and the seller just split it. But it is an incredibly smooth thing. I've only ever had to use it a couple times because I built up my reputation really really quickly. But when you do need to, oh, and then the other thing, I think I've said this before because I get this probably sometimes from Vegas or Blue Collar Stacker. Speaking of Vegas, just in time, talking some smack about you, buddy. Yeah, so they say, well, there's no guarantees. Well, one of the things that they don't like to advertise is that some of the people on PMs for sale are actual dealers. Like they have storefronts and everything. They're just trying to sell excess inventory, or maybe they have some stuff like collectibles that they don't sell very well, or maybe they just flat out don't want to sell it in their store, so they sell it on PMs for sale. I've seen some where there's actually people who make an agreement. They go to their store and they help them, run it on their Sigma, they vet it, blah, 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 and then they complete the transaction. So that's as guaranteed as you can get. You know what I mean?
What's the realistic expectation of the tip for the middleman? Because like it's just like a server. Like
$20.
yeah, you could tip 15. You could tip 15%, but like really they want like 25 or 30, right?
Like,
yeah, so
it's like $20, man. To be honest, you're not going to see somebody like I wouldn't, because some of them said that there's like a percentage. I'm not going to pay no percentage. I mean, me personally, it'd be like $20, or we just send it to like a one of their local coin shops or something. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to be paying no percentages, especially with how expensive stuff is today.
Yeah, I mean, again, the reassurance of getting a verified item is worth more than $20 to me. So I wouldn't mind. Like if I'm buying a 2,000 or 3,000 piece,
yeah,
$20 is just nothing, brother.
Yeah,
like, you
exactly.
know what I mean? Like that's like a percent or two.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind it at all. I only ask because like there's one of the reasons why I've only been purchasing in small quantities is because I wasn't quite sure how to do it. And I didn't trust the system. I don't trust things until I kind of get experience with it. And I'm at now like 18, 20 transactions, somewhere in that range. And I'm starting to like it, starting to enjoy it. But I there are some deals that I want for bigger pieces that I'll be honest with you. I'm not trying to plug your own, not yours, but like plug the Reddit. But I'm able to sell at a much higher premium than I could sell at the local coin shop.
Yep.
And I'm able to buy at a much better price than I could buy at the local coin shop. So I'm getting kind of point where I'm kind of squeezing out my local coin shop because I just don't need it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that it's not so much that it's like a business, right? PMs for sale is just a peer-to-peer system, right? It's like I think it's a Silver Serpents. He often uses the Facebook groups, and that's the same thing. And so, or some people, I believe that I've heard some people that go to coin shows and then they sell to each other as friends. I'm like, that's cool too, right? So it's just another method, right? Like you said, right? It doesn't have to be one or the other, whatever. But for me, just my lifestyle, right? I'm very, very private. I get very, very annoyed by people in person. Like I don't even go to the grocery store. I just don't. I order online and I go and they put it in my car. Or if we have to go to the grocery store, my wife goes in because I just people annoy the crap out of me. So online buying PMs for sale, and again, I've put a lot of time in building my reputation. And like I said, there's dealers. Most of us have Sigmas. Like I said, it's very rare to deal with a scammer, and so there's all these processes in place to protect the community. So like I said, I just genuinely love that way of buying and selling.
I kind of protect myself by only buying from people with like more than 50 transactions. So I'm sure people can go even higher if they want. But like I've bought multiple times from the same person, and he's a dealer out of New York that was at the fun show and stuff like that, like you're talking about. And I've been buying like Dosi Media pesos. Every time he lists one, I just buy one.
Let's talk about those. Let's talk about those because you had said something about that one came a little bit underweight. But do you know if they were gold, like jewelry pieces?
I don't know. So it was actually the opposite. So I've got 4 of them. Okay. And at the time, I only had 3, and one of them was a little off-colored, and it was actually overweight. So the other 2 were weighing in at like 2.08, 2.09 grams.
Got it.
This one weighed in at 2.10. And so I was like, this doesn't look right. So I actually took a blade and cut it.
Oh, wow.
It looks like it's gold.
Yeah.
Still in the middle. So that's probably a good sign. And then the next one I got was 2.1. And then I went on eBay. I was like, freaking A, because like, the robots and stuff that I was searching for information on, like the weight scales, like what are the different weight variations and stuff. It was saying like this seems to be outside the standard deviation of weight. I was like, okay, well, whatever. So then I go on eBay and I'm looking up Dosi Medias for sale, and some of them have them on freaking scales at 2.10. So I'm like, okay, so the one I just jaggedly sliced through with a blade to see if it was gold in the middle is the weight that's being displayed on a Sigma and on a scale on this eBay store. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't you? I was like, you have a Sigma, right? Don't you? Or
I don't have a Sigma, brother.
Oh, okay. We got to get you one, man, because
I want one. I've looked. I mean, I want the one. Honestly, I want the nicer one. Like, not nicer.
You want the Pro?
I want the one where I can put it on the digital screen so that I could put it on my YouTube videos.
Oh, easier. Word. Okay. Like the one that the Stacker Factor has, or
yeah, exactly.
The Mini. That. Okay.
You want the Mini. I can go directly to the computer with it.
Yeah.
And show people what I'm looking at the same time. Like easier than just putting like a camera on it. If that
nice. Yeah, man. I mean, also PMs for sale. You just say, hey, here's what I'm looking for, and here's how much I want to pay for it. Hit me up, and somebody will hit you up. It's very rare. I mean, sometimes you might have to, it depends on the day, if it's a slow day or like a slow Sunday, whatever. But yeah, man, I know that for a fact. If I went to sell my Sigma today, it would sell probably within 10 minutes. Not that I would ever sell it because I really like it. I need it. But somebody went in the community had said, if you're over 100 ounces and you're buying and you're just a regular stacker, you need to have a Sigma. Yeah.
I'm way over that. I'm to the point now where like it's such a tiny fraction of the overall value of my stack. It doesn't make sense not to have one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of the things. And at first I was kind of salty about it. I was like, man, why did I buy it? Blah, blah, blah. But man, to be honest, it has saved me a couple times already. I think I got a couple pieces that didn't read out, and I got my money back. And, people on the sub were like, oh, my bad. I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. And then, got my money back. No
and then
problem.
You block them and you never deal with them again. Yeah. I record everything. So like I will record opening packages, and I will record packaging things up, especially into collectibles, because sometimes, sometimes like lower income people, I guess you could say, like try to scam sellers because they know that the big companies like eBay and TCG players stuff, they're going to always side with the buyer. It sucks.
Yep.
But like they'll be like, oh, this was a fake, or this like was a worse condition. And a lot of times these days they also swap like a fake card out with your real card, and then they say, oh, I got a fake. So like there's a lot of scams out there like that. So we cover our ass pretty good with all of it.
Yeah, that's frustrating. So who was it? Humble Stacker, or was it Humble or was it Sober? I forget. I think it was Sober Stacker. He said that he was just buying onesie twosies. Sober Michi, I can't remember. But anyways, I went on eBay and I bought. Let's see.
Sober definitely buys one dime, 2 dimes at a time.
Okay, it was Sober then. Yeah, I got these. 7. Yeah, I got these right here. I got them all on eBay, and they were all under spot. I don't know why they sold them for under spot with the shipping. I'm like, whatever, I'll take them. They all check out, of course, but yeah, they were like 30, 31. I think the most I spent for one of these was like $35, but even that, or 34. But Melt was like $34. So I was like, even with shipping. So anyways, yeah, these are the last purchases that I've made on PMs for sale and eBay, and I'm just like, I really don't like eBay, but I happened to find some pretty decent deals. So these are like, 70, what is it? 0.720. These are like basically like $half, but man, I already made a profit. Some
people out there have great local coin shops, and if you have a great local coin shop, buy from them and sell from them. Sell
for sure.
I'll be honest with you, I do not. I have a local coin shop that will sell me 90% at like $1 or $2 above spot.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but like if that's the way you're gonna treat me, like when I know, like everybody knows that you're buying 90%. If you're buying it at all, you're buying it for like 15, 20% below spot.
Yeah.
And you're gonna sell it for like 0.5% or 1% above spot. Like I know that you've got to keep the lights on, but I also value my money and time. So that's why I'm like, I started shopping online because I just don't want to go waste my money at a local coin shop that's gonna not ever offer any like practical deals on even the crap that they can't sell.
Yeah. My thing is also the time, because I still gotta have to, and the aggravation. To be honest, I mean, there's a lot of people that. For me to Yeah, man, and there's a lot of people that they do the DoorDash and stuff like that, right? Because they don't want to go interact with people. I'm the exact same way. Not that I do that. I cook for myself. I love to cook, but just the point is, man, I don't know. Like I said, no offense. Like I'm a mostly an introvert. Again, I just like to be a homebody, and I'm just like super low key. So yeah, just the idea of going into a store, interacting with people, a bunch of annoying people. They're just like low IQ. Like not to say that they are in the LCSs. I'm just saying they're everywhere. No matter what you what you do, there's low IQ people and they'll annoy the crap out of me. At least I know what PM's for sale. I know what I'm dealing with. I know who I'm dealing with, and so
And you
just
can pick and choose who you deal with.
exactly.
Like, I'm not gonna talk to this. I'm not gonna respond to this person. I'm not gonna look at this listing.
Yeah. Penny Scout says
everything's fine.
my not so local ACS is awesome, and I'm loyal. That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
That's good, dude.
awesome.
Congratulations. Glad you have that. Pang says I bought Morgan's today. Living back a spot. Nice.
Yeah,
Serpents.
that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's a good deal. You know?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, 11 back for sure. Serpent says, I'm going to try and buy 60 Olympics pesos, 40 auction ins in a few hours. Nice. That's what's up.
I've been picking up fractional silver, man. I actually just bought like the 5 half-ounce rounds. I've been adding on half-ounce rounds to all of my orders. I just feel like I don't know, I'm like a bull now on silver, man. I'm not going to talk shit about silver anymore. Like I think 150 is any card. You know what I mean? Like, let's go 300. Who cares? Let's get a GSR.
Yeah. You're bullish. You're bullish.
You know what I mean? I'm just done. I'm done fighting the bull. You know?
Yeah.
So at this point, I'm like, well, if a half ounce of silver is $50, well, I might as well start stacking them, because if it goes to 200, they'll be $100 a piece all of a sudden, you know?
Yeah, man. Like these fractionals, bro. Like I just, for a minute I was just like, okay, well then I'll just buy a 1/4 ounce a month. And I'm like, man, even these are getting tough, bro. Like, 12, 1,300 bucks. Yeah. What, 15 now? 15?
Well, I mean, it depends on if you're having to pay the premium or not, but
yeah. Oh, you know me, I'm anti-premiums. So
me too, but nobody wants to offer things for like not a premium, other than, again, the peer-to-peer and eBay and stuff like that.
Peer-to-peer,
that's the hard part. Like, I don't know how you can buy from an online bullion dealer unless you're like literally getting those like spot deals. That's all I buy now. They sent me an email, like Monument Metals sent out a thing, said $4 or something, or 4% or something back of spot for 90%. Like, and I posted that out to my Discord. I was like, hey, this is actually a solid deal. You can find better deals, sure, but that's still a good deal. I do that same thing with gold and platinum. Like, if they say like, whatever, $19.99 over spot, I'll be like, okay, I'll hook you up, But.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Yeah, there's always options out there. I mean, for me, it's always about the convenience, the ease, and just the aggravation. And then, at the same time, like I said, I've just I've put a lot of work and time into building this network. Like, for example, you'll probably see it, right? There's whenever there's a newbie, I'm like one of the first people to hit them up and say, hey, welcome to the community. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Or, for example, like if I'm selling and a newbie hits me up, I'll usually do something for them that I wouldn't do to anybody else, just because I want them to have a good experience. And just because, again, I just tried to reciprocate what happened to me. Like when I started, there was people looking out for me, people gave me breaks, people were really cool with me. And it created, it got me really passionate into the hobby, right? Into stacking. So.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That's why I'm also buying more premium pieces right now, just because with spot going up as much as it is, the premiums are kind of down. So
yeah. Silver Serpents,
nicer graded pieces. Got a bunch of graded American Silver Eagles on the way too. So.
Bruh. Yeah, I was like, okay, I want to go for the 100 Eagles, man. No way. Never mind. Never mind. It's 10,000. No thanks. I'd rather just go gold.
I can't do that right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick to gold, or just find stuff like, for example, I couldn't believe it, but not that they were like a crazy good deal, but yeah, homie was selling, and so I picked up 3 of these. These are not the 3 that I just got them, or just ordered it, cool. So it's gonna be in the mail. But yeah, I'll have officially 16, because my goal is to have a kilo of these. So once I get those 3, I'll be at 16, and I'll just need 4 more, and I'll hit my goal of a kilo of these little 50-gram bars. I
look at those, man, and like they look like Starburst or something. I just want to bite into that something.
they're heavy, man. It just I don't know. They're just heavy. They feel nice in the hand, and I don't know. I know that this is complete delusion, but in my mind, I'm like, if there was ever a point to where SHTF, I'd be like, yo, maybe I can buy a car with one of these someday. I don't know. Just in my mind, in the future, who knows?
Maybe. Well, I got like a couple minutes left. Is there any other like topic or question you might have had?
Yeah, well, let's ask the chat. Anything else you want to ask Dragoon before we part ways and call it a day? I've had a great time. It seems like we just kind of talked about everything. Michael says, what part of Arizona? I grew up in Scottsdale. That's what's up. Somebody here is from Arizona. Is this Silver Serpents? Yep, it's Serpents. But yeah, man, no, I'm good. I've had a great time. Again, I really appreciate. I'm going to keep doing these lives and keep on just connecting with the community again, just having fun. What about you, man?
Yeah, no, I've had a great time. I'm sure people are probably burned out of hearing my voice and seeing me on everybody's channels, but I just generally am having a good time talking with everybody. And there's just so much change and volatility that I feel like there's always something to discuss. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I might try to take a break and just be in the comments and just kind of make some videos and relax. But it's just been awesome. And there's a lot of great people out there. And if anybody is out there that hasn't already done the sticker and the poker chip stuff with me, you can reach out to my email and we can exchange addresses, or my PO box is listed on my thing or whatever. I'm happy to swap some poker chips and stickers with anybody that wants to.
There you go. Payne threw up the last question of the night. What's for dinner?
What are we doing today for dinner? I know we baked a bunch of bread because we're kind of getting ready for a big ice storm, so we're just kind of like cooking some rice and bread. I can't remember what we have. I think we have like ground beef, so we probably make like beef patties and vegetables. And we eat pretty simply, just meat, veggies, and something else. So it'll probably be the ground beef I remember seeing up there earlier. So.
Yo, that's what's up. So Michelangelo says chicken and dumplings. Dragoon says it's on the freezer. Yeah. What else? For me, so my wife has some chicken thighs marinating. All right. So I'm gonna go fire up the Traeger and smoke them. It's not so cold here that I can't fire up the Traeger yet. We're at about 40 degrees ish, 45 degrees. But yeah, I'm going to have some grilled chicken and rice, and yeah, just call it a night. Just hang out, watch movies with my wife.
The Traeger is a great piece of equipment.
Yeah, man. Oh, I love my Traeger, bro. Like I'd be out there smoking some stuff. All right, y'all. Been a great stream. Silver Serpents, thanks again for joining me, buddy. I really, really appreciate you. Everyone in the chat, Pang, Michelangelo, Serpents, Walter Thibodeau. Who else did I miss? There was Littlefoot was there. So anyone that I might have missed, I appreciate you all rocking with us. Hope you all have a wonderful Saturday, rest of your weekend. And remember, protect your wealth, protect your peace. Nos vemos. Kalilo and Silver Dragons out. Dragoon. Dragoon.
What's up?
I said Silver Dragon, Silver Dragoon. Correct myself. Shoot. All right, y'all. Take it easy.
Later.